Hello, good evening. This is Brother Benson Media, and today, hello, Barak, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay, sorry, I think I'm having a little bit problem with my machine here. Okay, to our viewers, this is Brother Benson Media, and today we're blessed to have this time again to just have a discussion briefly on what has been happening over the week. Before we proceed, I want to take this opportunity to welcome everyone who will be watching, as we'll be doing the show, and those who will be coming later. Feel welcomed, and if you're new to this channel, kindly like and subscribe to the channel, and we'll really appreciate. You can see our good friend Gypsy Corner at the comment section saying Happy New Year. We're also saying Happy New Year. Allow me to give this opportunity to Mr. Barak to say hi to our viewers. Mr. Barak.
Hello and Happy New Year to all our viewers and to my co-panelist Mark. It's so nice to see you again as we start a new year, and we are looking forward to having a wonderful year ahead. So karibuni sana. Back to you, Mark.
Okay, very well. Thank you, Mr. Barak, for finding time to join us after the holidays. And I can also see our good friend Judith Caretha at the comment section. Hello, good people. Happy New Year, Judith. Utulete those good things from Morema. Anyway, yeah, so I want to take this opportunity to welcome all of you to this channel. This is Brother Benson Media once again. And today I just wanted us to look at the issues, especially those which happened today. The Inspector General, the IG, there were court sessions going on, and we saw a lot of drama where, where there were so many issues going on. And so the Inspector General is facing potential jail time for contempt of court, after failing to respond to summons that required him to explain a series of mysterious abductions. Ignoring court orders undermines the judicial process, as we know, and that can lead to serious legal consequences for public officials. So that is one thing that I want my good panelist, Mr. Barak, to give his opinion on. And also, we saw the deputy president. He was at Kenyatta Hospital, and he had a press conference over there. And for the first time, we saw the deputy president admitting that the SHA is not really working. I think after interacting with several patients and people over there, remember the NHIF is currently not working, and there's so many patients who are going through a lot. We saw the same in Thika, where the governor and the member of parliament of Embakasi Kaskazini, Honorable Gakuyo, they were also in Thika Hospital trying to bail out or to pay for uh, a good number of women who had gone to deliver, lakini walishindwa kulipa ile pesa ambayo inatakikana, because currently SHA is not really catering for that, and also NHIF pia imeenda, Linda Mama bado haiko. So there were a good number of women who were unable to get out of the hospital until the two politicians came to their rescue, of which we really say thank you. We are being told that these women actually spent the entire December, and some of them were even unable to have time with their families just because they were unable to pay for the hospital bills after delivering. Yeah, so I'll also want Mr. Barak, my co-panelist, to give his views on the comment of DP speaking about the SHA not working and acknowledging that for the first time. These are the issues which have been raised by the people, and no one has really given it to it. And, that has been something that is really disturbing. Again, the issue of back to school, we are seeing watoto wanarudi shule, both primary, high school, secondary, university and colleges. And I remember it's also January, so there's a lot of complaints from the people, from the citizens. Some of them complaining about the increased fees uh, amid uh, people are really having it tough because the fees have been increased and there is no money. It's January. The bills are so many to be paid. Yeah. So, Mr. Barak, would you kindly just give us your general view on the issue of the inspector, and also the DP's comments about the SHA, him being the deputy president, admitting that it is not really working. But I also saw him saying that they would adjust the budget so that they try capture in whatever is needed so that the SHA can work for the people. What is your take on this, Mr. Barak?
Well, okay. Thank you, Mark. Please allow me not to use my camera because there's a kind of a challenge where I am. So, first of all, the issue of IG and the judiciary is not new. If you remember, even the when the immediate former IG Koome, Japhet Koome also, I think the High Court issued an arrest warrant against him, or was it a jail? I don't know, 6 months or 3 months jail term. You remember also when Matiang'i was the CS for Interior, they also
It
issued.
was 6 months.
Pardon?
It was 6 months jail term. Yeah.
Yeah, 6 months later. So you find that the High Court will issue. I believe Kanja will not come. That one I can assure you. And the judge will issue a 6 month jail term because that is normally a jail term for the contempt of court. But the question will be who is going to arrest Kanja and send him to either Committee or Industrialia or whichever prison within the country, because it is Kanja who is commanding all the police. uh, Even those who used to who go to arrest are the other people, even the prison wardens are below him. So you find that this is a very tricky situation because according to him, he doesn't see the need to go to the court or to obey or to honor those court summons, which is a precedent that was set by his predecessors. So you find that since we are living in a third world country where the law applies only to the peasants and the small boys, small guys in the town. But when it comes to big boys like the High Inspector General, I can assure you, even if he's jailed 10 times, nobody will touch him because we are living in a society where the rule of law applies only to the least members of the society. So that is normal with the judiciary. I know the judge will stamp his authority, but even say police who are protecting the judge are being ordered by the Kanja. So you remember when Mutiamba, when Koome was jailed for 6 months, the security of the judge who issued that verdict was withdrawn, and the judiciary cried foul, and later on they had a consensus, and that jail term was written off. So you find that it's just a supremacy battle between the National Police Service and the judiciary to show them that who is more powerful than who. But that is just drama that is going to continue, and it's just a matter of wait and see. So, because of the bad precedent that was set by the predecessors of Kanja, so Kanja is just following up on the footsteps of his predecessors. So, in terms of the other thing was the Shah, the issue of Shah. And I know it was surprising to see Gakuya going he accompanied the Minister of Health of Kiambu County to pay to bail out those 50 mothers. It is unfortunate because this is just this is just a demonstration that we have so many women in this country who are stuck in hospitals because they are not able to raise the money after delivery. Not only women who have delivered, but I believe even those who have recovered from their illnesses, they are not able to pay for their bills because NHIF was collapsed and the SHA took over, and SHA is not really functioning the way NHIF used to function. So this is just a demonstration that Kenyans, majority of Kenyans, are living in a very difficult situation right now because you find that your loved one is in hospital, they've already recovered, and they cannot come home because you can't raise the bills that they were treated with. So this is just a demonstration of how Kenyans are suffering out there, and I think the government, especially the Minister of Health, uh, should be very careful or on how to address this issue because very soon it's going to be a big crisis because when patients are held in hospital because of failure of paying their raising their bills, with the time this number is going to grow, and the hospital capacity will not be able to accommodate all of them. So what will happen with the patients who are being brought in who are seeking medical services, and maybe they need to be accommodated in the hospital in the wards, and with the same wards we have patients who have already recovered but they cannot go back home. So you find that it's going to be a very tricky situation for our hospitals, and it's going to stretch the capacity of our hospitals because they cannot manage. Because once you withhold you withhold your patients and they already recovered, it means you are feeding them, and they are occupying that space and they are no longer sick, which is going to stretch the capacity of our hospital. So it is unfortunate that it's happening in this country, and the Ministry of Health is like they are clueless. They don't know how to approach this issue. And even you witness when the DP went to Kenyatta Hospital with the CS for health. I don't know if you watched the clip how patients are lying down, and majority of them they are not happy because the SHA is like a raw deal. And even the DP coming out clearly and saying that this thing is not working as it was intended to, but at the same time encouraging Kenyans to continue registering so that they can receive medical services. So they need to restructure this share thing because they've really played politics with it. But in the reality on the ground is that many Kenyans are suffering, and many Kenyans are not able to afford medical services because it is very expensive to pay out of pocket. It is very, very expensive. That's why we world over we have insurance health cover. Even NHIF was doing much better than what SHA is doing right now. So they need to restructure it so that it can serve the people that it was intended to serve, and that is majority of the Kenyans who are living below poverty line. But as things start now, I believe that many Kenyans are suffering because of that restructuring. I know, no, in most instances, when change comes, many people suffer because of that change. But with the time, if it was intended to serve the people, they need to streamline it and to ensure that it serves the people that it was intended to serve. And I'm not sure why Gakuyu decided to go to Kiambu to accompany that minister for health. But politicians, maybe he's eyeing something there in Kiambu if things fall apart in Nairobi County. So you never know. Even that's how Babaya also started. He was first elected in a councillor. He then was elected as a member of parliament for. No, he vied in Embakasi and he failed. Then later on he vied again. He won. Then he vied as a governor of Nairobi. He failed. He went to Kikuyu, not Kikuyu. I
He
think
was, he
Kabete
was at some point
after the death of
member of Parliament for Kabete. Yeah, after the death of, he came in by through a by-election.
Biden. And even Nairobi came in after by election after the killing of Mugabe. If you remember Mugabe Were, who was elected in ODM ticket in Embakasi 2007. Then Mugabe Were was killed. Then Babayao vied, he won. Then when he vied for the governorship or gubernatorial seat of Nairobi, he failed. Then Mushai was killed in Kabete and he went there and he became a member of parliament. And then he managed to oust the incoming Minister of Trade, Kafogo, in
Yes.
2013. And he took also sometimes politicians, when they are eyeing something in a different constituency, they start by behaving the way Gakuya is now behaving, because maybe he's feeling that in his constituency, maybe there's a lot of hostility, or maybe someone is positioning himself to oust him. So, as a politician, you also need to make calculation early enough so that when times comes for election, you know where you can survive, because politicians, they usually do carry out politics of survival. So in time back to school, you can see that if you've been watching news keenly, from late last week and also early this week and up to now, you see that many parents are really facing hard economic times, and it is time to take their children back to school. So, irrespective of how the economy is, children must go back to school. And you can see even the government is struggling with how to accommodate grade 9 students. And this issue of transitioning from CBC to from 844 to CBC, I think the government is really struggling. I don't know, it's because of change of regime, because it's like Uhuru regime was focused and they were very clear with what they wanted to do with the transition. But when the KK regime came in, I think they missed out on some very vital information on how to transition. And that's why you see them struggling. Students are reporting on Monday. They are starting to construct classroom on the same Monday. So you wonder, where are these students going to learn as construction continues? And you see that some schools have also been shut because of security concern, which is okay, because children must be safe when they are in school. So you find that there are so many problems concerning education, and you find that even the KCSE results for 2024 candidates, they are in anxiety, because by now they are supposed to be having their results, but the government is still withholding those results. So you see that there's a lot of confusion in education, and this confusion is like the CS who is in charge of education is not really in charge of that ministry, because all these challenges that the Ministry of Education is facing, I think he need to come out clearly and give leadership. You remember even on New Year Day, lecturers gave a notice of 2 weeks notice of strike, and you find that education is in a crisis, and the minister is just there. I don't know, he's just dancing kasongo at Kisii State Lodge, and he's not doing his job very well. So you find that Ministry of Education needs a leadership, because that is what is lacking. Leadership that can provide clear direction. I don't know if you remember when Matiang'i was the CS for Education, and even when Magoha was CS for Education. Those guys, they need to give clear leadership and clear direction to the ministry, and the ministry officials used to know where the direction of the ministry is taking. And that is why, ever since the Magoha left the education ministry, we've been having confusion every now and then. even with this transition, even with the KCSE examination, even with the transfer of teachers, even you see there's a lot of confusion. So it's unfortunate that we are in this country at this time when the government is not taking any education seriously. And you can see that two key ministries that have been taken for granted: Ministry of Education and Ministry of Health. And these are ministries that are serving the lowest people in the society, because public schools accommodates all students and all pupils from all backgrounds. People who have some cash will take their children to private schools. The same with hospitals. Public hospitals accommodates all people from the from all background. But people with their cash or with the better health insurance, they will go to Aga Khan, they will go to Mpisha, they will go to Nairobi Hospital, and they will access quality and service health services. So you find that the public, I don't know if the government wants to collapse these public hospitals and public schools, or what the intention is, because you find that these two key ministries are the ones that are really struggling. And they are the ones that have been given to people who lack the capacity to lead them. Yeah. If you look at the capacity of the CS for education, look at the capacity of the CS for health, they lack the capacity to lead. And that's why you see that there are complaints from Kenyans, and they are not even taking them serious. I don't know if they are not even able to confront their appointing authority and to tell them that we have issues in our ministries. I don't know if they are afraid of Farouk, that they will slap them. I'm not sure, because they are not even able to raise these concerns, so that the appointing authority can even relieve them of their deal, or even transfer them. I see other people being transferred from other ministries, but these two are just there, and their ministries are the poorest in terms of performance. So it's just it's just an issue that is worrying for Kenyans, and I can feel the pain that Kenyans are going through, because it is not good at all. But time will tell where all these things is going to end, because for now there is no clear direction from Ministry of Education, there is no clear direction from the Ministry of Health, and Kenyans are suffering, Kenyans are struggling, but life has to continue. Back to you, Mark.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Barak. It is true. I also agree with you that education is a very important thing in the lives of humans. It is one thing that any serious government should always consider and look into with a lot of seriousness. Uh, there is still a lot of confusion. If you can remember, there were the grade 7 pupils. They were supposed to go to high school according to the previous plan, and then they were stopped that they should continue being within the primary. And remember, before the death of Magoa, he had started, the government of Uhuru Kenyatta had started building some classes in high school, because according to their plans, these young uh, pupils after the grade 6, I mean 7, they were supposed to go to high school. That did not happen. They continued being in primary. Today, we're also being told that they are in grade 9. They are still being told that they should remain in primary, and this is a serious thing. And one thing that is also not very clear is, if you heard what the ministry said the other day, they're saying that those who did the exams should continue going to school until uh, the results are out. And so you look at all these things and then you ask yourself if we are really headed in the right direction. I'll give you a chance to give your opinion on that if you have anything else to add on that. But also I wanted you to give your opinion on the issue of, was it yesterday? Uh, we call him activist. I don't know, a politician or activist. Morara Kebaso, the KRA has been conducting investigations against Morara Kebaso, who is a businessman come politician with the controversial tax evasion claims. He's being accused of failing to pay taxes amounting to over 2 billion. The carrier has taken legal actions, including initiating a tax audit and is pursuing penalties that could lead to asset seizure or additional charges if he's found guilty of tax evasion. So, Mr. Barak, I would also want you to give your opinion on this. If this is a political witch hunt, or based on what Morara has been doing some times back, he's been a critic of the government and he's been seen as a threat. Remember, Morara was able to even mobilize Kenyans to fund the buying of that vehicle, and even all these other things that are being done by you know all these things that are being done for any mechanical issue that arises, the people of Kenya has been contributing towards that. And I think that has become a threat to the government. And I don't know, you will give us your opinion on that. And if you can remember, Baba was also having a birthday yesterday. He's turning 80 or 81. And it was really trending yesterday. And for the first time, it wasn't as serious as the other times. Could it be because of the political stand that is taken of lately? You can give us your opinion on that before we finish. We are almost finishing. And also, something else that I wanted you to give your opinion on is the president. He went to, is it Ghana, for the presidential swearing in. He went there with some governors, and there's some accusations among two members of parliament that they were also supposed to go, and they rejected. I don't know whether you've heard that. You can give us your opinion on that before we finish, Mr. Barak.
Well, the president went to Ghana to attend the swearing in of the new president, who had visited him during the festive season at his home in Kilgoris. I heard the rumors that also Silvano Osoro and indeed Nyoro refused to accompany him, but it's not confirmed. So we just treat it as rumors. But what I know is that maybe indeed Nyoro can refuse, but I don't think Silvano Osoro can refuse, because he does not have the capacity to challenge the president. But Ndindi Nyoro can, because of the changing political landscape in Mount Kenya region. And the issue of Baba was celebrating his 80th birthday, which I think it was not really publicized because of sometimes age can be used against you because of because of he's eyeing the AUC seat as the chairperson. And remember that remember that the, the 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 term is 4 years, so that means if he is elected next month, he's going to be there for the next 4 years, which means he'll be there up to when he will be 84. So the being a CEO at 80 sometimes can be challenging. So we wish him well, and we wish him long life. So let's wait for the election next month and see how that will play out. I don't know if you remember, in terms of Morara Kebos, I don't know if you remember, there's a lady who was called Kathy Kilonzo. If you remember that lady, when CORD presented a petition against Uhuru's win in
Yes,
2013.
actually, Kathy Kilonzo is the daughter of the late Kilo senior counsel, the father of Junior Kilonzo. Is
Exactly,
the
exactly.
I know him very well.
So that lady really, she really performed very well in that case, and she exposed a lot of the issues concerning that election of 2013. And unfortunately, shortly after that proceedings, her father died mysteriously, and Kathy Kilonzo wanted to vie as the senator for Kiambu to replace her father. And you remember what happened? the the then ruling TNA, they just
Yeah.
pulled a surprise that this lady is not even a registered voter in this country, and how can she vie? And she she ended up disappearing completely. Even this day, we don't even know whether she is, because when you want to join politics, you must be and you must ensure that you can handle any eventuality. Because Morara Kebosa, when he decided to join politics, he must be ready to encounter, because he's threatening to oust the head of state, and they will pull a lot of surprise. In fact, that is just they are just testing the waters. I can assure you, even those
That is not
money that.
just one. If you can remember, Senator Omtata was also told not. He was told that he'd been denying entries in national institution buildings. I don't know whether you saw that.
Yeah, so these are politics, and politics in third world countries is very dirty, because politicians play it dirty. And if you have the potential to threaten the the president, that you can really oust him, I can assure you they will take measures that are not really good against you, and they will try to even to use cases that are non-existent against you. And the only thing that we have in this country that is good, is that the judiciary sometimes behaves like it is independent. So that is where now salvation, they can find some salvation. But I can assure you, EACC will be after them, after KRA. This contribution, I can assure you, he will be told to account for it, and you will see these people going to court to question his integrity. So that is politics. So expect more. And if he cannot, you are told, if the kitchen is too hot, then you just have to get out of the kitchen. And the first one was about the construction of classes. If you remember, when Uhuru's term was coming to an end, they had already constructed around 10,000 new classrooms in high school to accommodate grade 7 students. And now we have those classes sitting free in high schools, and we also have now Form 1 classes which are now idle in high schools, with no students to occupy. And right now we are seeing the government struggling to construct new classes for grade 9 in primary schools, so that they can continue keeping these students in primary school. So you see that sometimes you wonder how these officials reason, because why should you source for money and build new classrooms to keep students in primary, and while we have idle classrooms in high schools, where they could have just came up with a mechanism to transition these grade 9 students to high school, so that they can utilize those idle classes, instead of keeping them in high school, in primary school, with no classrooms. So they are struggling to construct, and they are not able to construct classrooms that can accommodate all those students in primary school. So it's just a matter of reasoning, logic, and even policy, according to me. That's why I'm telling. I was saying before that we need leadership in the Ministry of Education, because what is lacking is leadership. That's why we are seeing all these confusions. Back to you, Mark.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Barak. Maybe before we finish, there's a comment here from our good friend Gypsy Corner. Anasema, did you see the video where Ruto was ignored by the Kenyans who are in Ghana, were recognized? Ruto had gone to Ghana. I think he had gone for the swearing in. I don't know whether you saw the clip. What is your take on the reception there? We didn't really see him even give a speech the
I, I
way.
have I haven't seen the video, so I don't know what happened. Maybe if you can share, so that we see what really happened.
Okay, I don't know if I can get it now, but okay, allow me to do it next time. Jepsai Corner, that is what we are going to start with. In the next topic, I'll get the video and play it, and we'll give our view on that. Yeah, so Mr. Barak, maybe your last, what is your last comments before we finish? Jepsai Corner will give this answer in the next. possibly tomorrow. I'll look for the right video and play it here. Mr. Barak, can you give us your last remarks?
My last remark is that we thank you so much, our viewers on the comment section, Gypsy Corner, Judy, and the rest. And thank you for starting the year with us, and as you also ended the year with us, 2024. And we are looking forward for a very, very wonderful year. But I can assure you this is going to be full of politics and more drama in politics. And we hope that it's going to be a fruitful year to the people of Kenya, so that those who are facing economic hardships can have something on the table, so that no family will go to bed hungry. So until next time, have a blessed time forever you are. See you next time. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Barak. I also want to take this opportunity first to wish all our viewers and subscribers a happy new year. And to those who have been with us consistently, we've started a new year. Miss Jusaikona, Judith, we've started the year together. We are really, really grateful. We don't take it for granted. We know that there is our friends who are also watching and they've not either commented in the comment section. I want to take this opportunity to also thank them so much. I can see our friend Brenda Obedi is also at the comment section. We are so grateful as we start the year. We hope and believe and we pray that Mungu atuongoze, tuonekanie na tujaze na his power. So before we finish, I also wanted to take this opportunity to remind the people of Kenya that we have a nation to build, and whenever you see something that is going not the right way, you have a right. The Constitution gives you that mandate to say no to anything that you see is not right. Before we finish, I'm also taking the opportunity to say thank you to everyone and believe and hope that you'll always join us tomorrow. So I'm taking the opportunity to wish you all a blessed morning, wherever you are, blessed afternoon, a blessed evening, a blessed night. Thank you so much, and may God bless you. Asanteni sana.